Welcome to another episode of Things with Humans. Today I have the one and only Jonathan King. Jonathan, thanks for being on the show.
My pleasure.
So we're just going to dive right in.
All right.
What are you drinking?
Caramel macchiato.
Oh, is that your favorite?
That's my drink of choice.
Okay. All right. And tasty?
That's delicious.
All right. Good. All right. Icebreaker. Broken. So, you, sir, you work at NASA.
I do.
That is awesome. That is so many. I know at least whenever I was young, I was like, I want to be an astronaut and everything I can be. And then, of course, I also want to be a Ghostbuster and a Ninja Turtle. So,
There's still time.
there's hope. There's hope, especially for a Ninja Turtle, right? Okay, so what is your title, your responsibility list? What do you do at NASA?
So I do design and development for the Orion space capsule. So we retired the shuttles back in 2011, and we've been working on a replacement. So with the shuttles, we were sort of stuck in low Earth orbit. So we would go to space, but we would stay pretty close to the Earth, and we would just go around the Earth. And nowadays, we're working on going back to the moon. So for that, it turns out you need a different kind of vehicle. The shuttle was, looked like an airplane. It was meant to kind of go into orbit and then come right back and land on a runway. If you're going to deep distances like the moon, you need something different. So it's back to an Apollo methodology with a rocket and a capsule. So that capsule is called Orion. It'll carry 4 astronauts all the way to the moon. So I typically work on the communications aspect of Orion, so RF communications, laser communications, and how the spaceship will send data back to the Johnson Space Center, the Mission Control Center, whether it's sending it through satellites or ground stations. So those are kind of the things that I help with.
So is the idea like moon? And then there's been a lot of focus on Mars over the past several years. And is the focus kind of moon as a first step and then?
Yeah, that's exactly right, as a stepping stone. We do hope to go to the moon to stay this time. With Apollo, we did a handful of missions, just stopped going. So we do hope to go what they're calling sustainably this time. So we're going to go and then maybe build up a moon base so that we can have a dedicated presence on the moon for a long time. But all with the goal of learning those things and establishing those capabilities we'll need to go to Mars.
I need to hear from you, your favorite, and then maybe probably the most accurate film that has to do with space or astronauts.
Yeah, so my favorite does actually include one of the most accurate that I've seen, and that's Apollo 13 with Tom Hanks.
Mm-hmm.
It's based on actual events. A great film, very accurate. It depicts very well the roles that the astronauts play, as well as the roles that the guys play in mission control.
How about the worst or the most inaccurate space film that you've seen?
Oh, probably gonna get some darts thrown at me for this one, but I gotta say Armageddon. If I didn't work at NASA, I'd enjoy the flick. And,
sure. Yeah.
Great times, great actors, great talent.
Yeah.
But, doing what I do and knowing some of the science behind it.
Oh, yeah.
It's there's some pretty ridiculous stuff in it.
The most memorable moments were Steve Buscemi riding a nuke.
Yeehaw! Ride 'em, cowboy! Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay!
Get off the nuclear warhead.
I was doing that guy from that movie, Slim Pickens, where he rides it all the way in, the nuclear warhead.
Now.
I didn't see that one, huh?
Of course, we remember the epic moments, just in case there's someone out there that has been holding out on watching this movie that came out 100 years ago. So I try not to spoil it for you. But that was one of Liv Tyler's big films, and like everyone was like freaking out about her and all the guys had a crush, but I only saw Steven Tyler when I looked at her. Yeah. So it was really weird for me. Dude looks like a lady just kept playing over and over in my head. And then, of course, Aerosmith had a song that accompanied the film. And that was one of their biggest songs.
Yeah.
And so the biggest takeaway for me was Aerosmith's song. It wasn't even the movie,
I still cried at the end.
Yeah. How much do you have to do whenever we do have someone in orbit.
So we have 10 field centers across the United States, 10 NASA field centers. And I'm connected to the Johnson Space Center in Houston. That's where I lived for many years. And worked in mission control for the shuttle missions. While the shuttle missions were in the air, I was there with another team of people, and we would send commands to the shuttle. We would be there to respond if the astronauts called down and had questions about certain things that were coming up in the timeline. So that organization that I'm still part of is called the Flight Operations Director. And so we, even though the shuttles are retired, we've been helping with the design and development, but we're also expected to step right back into our role and man the consoles in Mission Control Center when we launch the next Orion capsule.
I have to ask, since we talked about accuracies and inaccuracies in films, Disney made a movie called Rocket Man. Surely they wouldn't just make, I mean, surely that has to be accurate. I mean,
one of the most accurate I've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, now, real talk, do astronauts often have to share oxygen through what looks like a weird umbilical cord?
No, but there are some contingency cases where they would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So say 2R, and just like the movie, one farts. Will we see the same outcome?
20 minutes, we'll see the pilgrim.
What? I didn't do anything. Oh my God.
No. Hey. Don't do that. No, come on. Hey.
Oh man.
No, not exactly the same way.
Not exactly, but maybe
It's
similar.
expanding.
Let's get down to the real nitty gritty. How many aliens have you encountered?
Let me be the first to just set the record straight. I've never seen an alien.
President Trump initiated a Space Force.
Mm-hmm.
I actually applied for a job
Nice.
in the Space Force.
All right.
I was thinking maybe you could put a word in because I haven't heard anything back. You know, I mean,
I'll do what I can.
Thanks, I appreciate that. You know, maybe I could just be in like an honorary space trooper or something.
Come
you
on,
know?
yeah.